Hi guys, Irit here with a new process video for HipKit Club, and I'm showing you my whole process, I think, almost. So this is where I started. This is one of my favorite papers from the March kits. I'm using the March kit, and actually my theme for this week is to use the main kit only and the thickers that come in it. And I really love it that we have to do main kit only projects, because I know a lot of people only get the main kit, and it can be frustrating if you see the design team all the time using all the kits. I completely understand and like the need for this type of projects, and we are happy to make them. So I have these two selfies that I took of myself. This is not very common. I'm not a regular selfie taker. I usually take them either if I have a good reason, like I have a layout in mind or something, or a story that I want to tell, or I have a really good hair day. And that last bit happens about once in a decade. So I talked a little bit about this in a chit chat that I posted on my YouTube channel, but I went to the hairdresser, which never happens. And yeah, so they did the whole thing, blow drying and all that stuff, and I had to document it because 90% of my days are bad hair days. So I started with this kind of design. These thickers are lovely, and they are kind of like this natural chipboard, and then they have these golden dots, and you can totally paint them or ink them. But I just love them the way they are, so I didn't really want to customize them. But I did use a lot of them, and at the end I had to kind of make it work because I didn't have enough letters to spell everything I wanted to spell, but you will see that as the video continues. So I'm just playing around. I thought I was going to go with this design, two photos, and then have the title, A Good Hair Day. You have to document these things. Sorry, my phone is making noises. You have to document these things also as they happen. Have to document that occasionally I have a good hair day, even though it wasn't, natural hair day. Anyway, and then what happened was that I got this super cute photo of Lily, my baby girl, with her hair in a ponytail or something that might be considered a ponytail. That her father did that, and I thought it was the cutest thing. So I thought that would be a much better photo to add to this layout. And also I had a selfie of both of us. So technically her photo alone is not a selfie, but she was having a very good hair day, as you can see. I hope you can see. It's the photo on the left. It's, this crappy indoors evening photo with my mobile phone. But I think you can see the hair. So then I decided that I'm going to have my title say A Good Hair Day means selfies. You can see that's what I'm going for. And I didn't have enough S's, and I didn't really have letters that I could turn into S. And I thought it was anyway like a really great way to use patterns. And I decided to go with pinks because I like pink. But that paper from the Page Evans, you see a scrap of it on the left bottom side of the screen. There's a paper in the kit from Page Evans' Oh My Heart collection, and she has such papers in all her collections that have a ton of patterns in 2 by 2 inch squares. So, you can punch them or use them on your die cutting machine, and you have a lot of patterns just in one sheet of paper. So that was actually really perfect for my hand cut letters. And now I am using a ruler, which I hate. I have to calculate things, but I suffer for my design team assignments. I'm just kidding. But I want it to look as good as it can get. And of course, I had to choose that ledger paper for my background because once I decided I'm going to have this long title, I didn't want to fuss too much with lining it up. And this paper is perfect because it already has lines on it. It's just because I went with this central type of design, that everything is in the center. I kind of wanted to make sure that it was, close to accurate to being in the middle of everything. So I'm just gluing down thickers. With thickers, these actually have, because at the beginning I was moving them around, of course they stuck everywhere. But many times thickers don't have the best adhesive, and if you want to make sure that they don't, fall in your page protectors and gather at the bottom, then it's just best to glue them. And I'm using this Tombow Mono Multi glue. I really like it because it never clogged on me. I've used many of these before, and it never clogged on me, and it has a really tiny nozzle. I don't use it on bigger stuff because I don't want to waste it. I use my tacky glue, which is also great and cheaper, but has a bigger nozzle. But for something like these thickers, the Tombow is perfect. So now I'm showing you, I don't know if you could see that, but basically I have my pencil outline, and I'm also adding outline with my white jelly roll pen. It's not a jelly roll pen, it's a white jelly pen, and it's a Signo broad, and I love it. It's excellent. If you can get one that works, I think it's better actually than the jelly roll. But the first one I ever got didn't work, and I didn't buy another one for years. And then finally I bit the bullet and I bought another one, and I'm so glad I did because it's fantastic. I use it in my art journaling all the time. So I thought I was going to run this through my sewing machine, and so I just wanted to ground it on something so it would be easy to move around and take to the sewing machine. But then I decided to sew it directly onto the page. But this was still a good, easy way to get it centered without like moving all the letters all the time. So I just added a little bit of adhesive on that manufacturer strip and just used it to hold the letters temporarily. And then I removed it, ran it through my sewing machine, and there we go. And now I'm just going to pull those extra threads. Sometimes I leave the threads kind of hanging, but this layout, it's kind of a clean design for me, and I just thought it would look better without these. So there I am fussing and just using some washi tape, which of course I cannot cut normally when I need it, to just stick the threads in the back so they don't come loose. And now it's time for embellishing. So I had a pretty good idea that I was just going to add some embellishments on the sides of my photos, and I don't really have a lot more space to embellish here. Also, I have a ton of ephemera left from the Paige Evans Oh My Heart collection that came. The ephemera pack came in the main kit, but we also got the Chamel sticker sheet, and that one I have used most of it, and I'm down to a few single stickers, so I didn't have a lot from that to work with. I also used these lovely leatherette embellishments that those are from Pink Fresh Studio, also from the main. Everything I used here is from the main kit. And yeah, and I used some floral. You'll see me soon. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, and I end up picking this one and just cutting it in the middle and then using it on both sides of my photos. And this is a really great design if you want to use a lot of photos. Mine are sized, they are 4 inches tall, this I know, and I just kept the size of the just how the mobile phone frames the photos. So I think they are, I don't know, like 2.5 inches wide, something like that. And I managed to fit without a problem 3, so you could fit even more, or print like wider photos, or use a 4x6 photo, 5x7, that would also work. So final touches, absolutely final touches. Just adding some more of these. I wanted something at the top and the bottom of my design there, and I didn't want to add new colors, so I cut one of the diamond-shaped leatherette stickers into to 2 triangles, so I could use it at the top and bottom. And I also added a few of those cute hearts. And the last, absolutely last thing I'm going to add are some enamel dots that are exclusive to the kit and also came in the main kit. And I'm just picking the softer colors, even though I think they all coordinate with you know, everything else here, even though it's a mixture of a few collections and manufacturers. And yeah, and then I decided, so I made these cute little clusters of enamel dots, and then I decided also to add these kind of, well, you can see what I'm doing. I don't know how to describe it in words. The different sizes, and I just think it looks really cute, and it's such a nice effect. And there are a ton of enamel dots on that sheet, so I have plenty to use on more layouts if I want to. And I have this, I think, design should be a bit heavier at the bottom, so that's why I used 4 enamel dots on each side at the bottom and only 3 at the top. Here are some close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a lovely day. Bye.